So that's what it's meant to feel like. Oh my goodness. Good afternoon. Let me get you out of the sun. Ah, that's better. So it's Friday afternoon, and this is the first time I've been back to the boat since I had the problem with the steering. Now, since that time, the boat has been out of the water for some time. It has had a lot of work done to it, not only the steering, but there was another little issue that I wanted to get rectified, and that's been done as well. And the boat's just come back onto the mooring this morning, and I wanted to take you out with me as I have a look at it for the first time since it was broken. Now, I wanted to be authentic about it and not do some stage, oh my goodness, it's so great. So I apologise if this is a bit rough. It's probably blowing against the wind's probably blowing against the mic. There's a fairly decent nor'easter blowing, so I apologise for that, but let's get out there and have a look. Really is a stiff nor'easter. Come on. Come on. This is probably the best way the wind will push us into the boat. Perfect. Okay, let's get ourselves attached. Now, you might think that it's the steering that I want to have a look at first, but that's actually not the case, because the boat has had a substantial amount of work done on the cockpit floor. Why, you ask? Let me explain to you. One of the things that I noticed when I first hopped on board the boat was there was a little bit of softness in the floor of the cockpit, particularly around the helm station. I was aware of what can cause this, particularly water ingress seems to be the normal thing. When the surveyor hopped on board, I brought it to his attention, and he agreed that there was some softness there. But he also said, you know what, it's contained. You can safely enjoy this boat for many years without having to worry about it. So I wasn't too concerned about it, and I thought that'll be fine. I will just I will enjoy the boat as it is. Except for I couldn't. So I'm somebody who likes to have things right, and every time I hopped on the boat, it was in my mind. And gradually over the last 12 months, that softness has gradually moved its way forward towards the cabin of the boat. It is an isolated area of the cockpit. That core inside that particular area of the floor is separate from every other part of the cockpit. So I knew it wasn't going to spread, but in any case, I decided I was going to get it fixed. I was a little bit concerned about how much it was going to cost. But when the quote came back from the shipwright that I spoke to, I was very pleased that it wasn't ridiculous. As the repair went on, it grew a little bit, but I still wasn't concerned, and it was within tolerances of what I thought it would be a fair price to fix the boat. Here we go. Here we go. So this rear section of the cockpit hasn't been touched. But what you'll see forward of the helm is very, very shiny gel coat. And that is because that whole section has been taken up. And, oh my goodness. And completely recored Oh, it's solid as a rock. That's solid as a rock. This used to wobble like that. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's made such a difference. That's made such a difference. If only I could get the rest of the gel coat looking that shiny. So they cut this whole section out, and they're able to lift up this and keep the anti-skid in place, and they have recorded and stuck it back down again, and they've even done a little bit further down the back there with a I was not expecting it to look as good as it does. It wasn't cheap, but I can tell you that is magnificent, and I am well stoked. Well stoked with that. Oh, I'll tell you more about it. Why don't I tell you more about it right now? Has it improved my feeling towards the boat? Well, you can see that I'm incredibly happy with the job that was done, but I also am incredibly happy with the peace of mind that I now have, that this is not going to spread, that it is how the boat should be. If something happens and I need to sell the boat, I don't need to drop the price because it's got problems. And I'm incredibly happy that I made the decision to have the cockpit floor fixed. And of course we need to look at the steering, which was the thing that started all this off. Let's have a look. It's one of my covers I've been making. I'm making a few covers. Okay, the steering lock's on the other side, but that's alright. They fixed that up because I made a mess of it. Whoops. Let's unlock that. And let's see how we go now. Oh! So that's what it's meant to feel like. Oh my goodness. So what I thought was normal was very, very abnormal, and the indication of a steering system that was on its way out, because that is just silky smooth. Look, it cost a lot of money to get this stuff done. It really did. I won't talk about exactly how much, but let's just say it cost a lot of money. But the difference it's made to the boat, and I can't wait to get the boat on the move, is really, you can't. Oh, golly. So that's what it's meant to feel like. That's the best steering on a boat I've ever had. On all the boats I've ever helmed. That just feels glorious. Woo. I just want to keep doing this all day. Success. I'll give the guys a call and tell them what a great job they did. Join me next time on Sailing NRA as we put the new steering to the test on beautiful Sydney Harbour, and we'll try and avoid being run down by every boat that ever existed.